Hi, Ray Jimenez here. I often wondered what makes a good dinner. And number one, there's got to be the food. The food must be excellently done. And secondly, could be the environment. Nice environment. The ambience is great. Service is important as well. And then the other part is conversation. So in all of these three or four elements, the experience becomes really excellent. It becomes exquisite. It's a memorable type of experience. So in learning design, it is a good parallel because when you're doing a story lesson or a lesson, three things must happen simultaneously. This is kind of the ingredients of it. The first one is what you call the content, and it's got to be a narrow, specific content. For example, let's say a content might be you need to use the latch and the actuator working properly in a 757 door. That way, it will not accidentally open. So that's the content, the latch, the door of a 757 or 737. The second part now is what you call the story. The story would go something like this. Well, the reason why you need to put the latch is because it could cause a delay in the airplane, and therefore the plane could not turn around. It could an hour cost of delay would be hundreds of thousands, especially with shipping, and passengers would be annoyed. This is now the story side of it. Remember, we have a content about the door, and then you have the story about the impact of this content if we cannot manage the door. And then the third level is what you call engagement. You need to ask the learner and simply say, what would happen if you are unable to do the latch and you are being rushed and it's pushing, and now therefore you have to make a decision on whether you can have a go of it or not. What are the consequences? So this third one is engagement because you're asking the learners to respond into the situation. So again, when these three things are happening all laid out pretty well, it becomes like dinner, really exquisite experience because all of the elements are there. First element is content. The second element is basically the story, the natural part of the content. And then fourthly, engagement. Have a conversation and ask a question. Reflect on that.